What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? How we all doing? Ooh, it's funky. What's up, Mackenzie? What's going on, Mackenzie? How you living? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you guys sliding in here. Welcome, everyone. Make sure it sounds okay. Hold on. Awesome. Looks like it sounds good. Looks like it sounds good. Welcome, Smriti Sharma. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you being here. Welcome, everyone. Gonna let everyone roll in here, and then we're gonna get started. I do want to say thank you to our friend Mackenzie. What's going on here? No, they left your window open. Come on. It's had me on some bops lately, man. Mackenzie, I just want to say thank you for moderating today. Everyone in the chat, if you do need something, you can at me or at Mackenzie if I'm not paying attention for the moment. She put together a great and a huge list for us today, and it starts with this huge apology. Bass. Rain, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Rain. I appreciate you being here. Everyone in chat, everyone watching right now, I appreciate you all. Looks like a few people still rolling in.
Burn my clothes, you can leave them by the back door. Don't mind me if I'm smelling like tobacco. I tend not to smoke when drunk, but that changes. I hate the taste of that, but I'm...
Shout out to whoever got upset I was playing my own music on the stream. Shout out to y'all, man. This is my friend Tommy, too. Go find him on Instagram, too.
I feel like I hate myself. And it's the same white tee with the drink stains. No big watch, so I go without the wrist pain. Not a lot of love for the people out in Brisbane. Not I've never been, but I'm hoping we can change that shit and save that shit. I'm something out of brainlessness. You hate that shit. I'm hoping that a fate exists. I name that bitch. And maybe when I play them this, my name exists.
It's like
same kid, but you dropped the ball. You and your friends living at the mall. Spent $3 on a plain white tee just to stain that shit.
yes, great call, great call. A little settings bar there. Don't forget about that one.
Same kid, but you dropped the ball.
We're gonna get this started in just a second here. I'm just going through this list to make sure we got a little show for y'all.
Yeah, $3, you won't have it all. I'm a same kid, but I dropped the ball. which one's to blame? And who said today that I'm growing up and that's not okay?
And I barely sleep at night.
Lose my appetite. I get lost in my head and stuck in my state of mind and my business road to my.
Check this out, y'all. My mom got me their records and their little coasters. How cute is that, huh? Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I'm sipping some rinse liquor, said it could've give me wings.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, let me pull this up.
I just keep on waiting for the
Whoa.
lift off. I don't think I need it, but it's sure to give me lip gloss. Told me I could smile for the picture of the fuck.
All right. I appreciate everyone being here. Welcome. I appreciate everyone spending your afternoon with me. Mackenzie, I appreciate you being here and moderating for us, putting this whole show together. Everyone in the crowd decided to spend your time with me, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, maybe doing a little cleaning. That's what I was doing. I was doing some dishes before this. Trying to be a good fiance for when my fiance gets home. Excuse me. All right. So on this list that Mackenzie gave us, and again, I appreciate it. Y'all can add her if you have any problems. You included a video that I do want to watch. I think I just want to save it for the end, though. For whatever reason. I just feel like I want to watch that at the end. The K-pop industry one that like explains it all. We'll probably ride it out with that one if that's okay. I do want to jump into the BTS hardships one. Because I feel like my heart can handle it right now. And then we can kind of have like a pick-me-up after that and go through the stuff. And then see where this thing takes us. Is that okay with y'all? I also want to be diplomatic and let y'all decide too. If you think that that first video is more important, then we can watch it first. It is totally up to y'all. That's just what I was thinking. Oh, okay, great. I appreciate that. I think that's probably going to be a really good video to watch, because I don't quite understand it a whole ton either. Like the K-pop industry as it is. Like I try to imagine it as how we kind of structure like record labels and stuff like that. But I'm sure that'll make it'll show me a lot more of how it kind of works. The creation of the big three. Okay. Yeah, let's start with BTS hardships, man. I'm assuming that this is going to be one of those videos that it's going to be some emotions. This is what we'll talk about. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all being here. Like I say, I appreciate you all spending your Thursday with me. I got to do the YouTube stuff too. So we do have a Patreon and a PayPal if y'all want to join us and send any requests or any links that you want me to check out. I do have a Buy Me a Coffee and a Amazon wish list for the Christmas season, and I appreciate anyone who's willing to check that out. If you do want to just support the YouTube channel and you're not into that other stuff, just a like and a comment is lots. I appreciate y'all hanging out and watching the video. Yeah, that's all the YouTubing I want to do. On Twitter, we're planning to visit the 2013 era again. It's supposed to be the BTS debut tomorrow. We'll be streaming the debut album. It's fun. All of them are enlisted, and we have to wait 1.5 years. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of that news stuff. They cover a lot of that, the enlistment stuff online, especially on like NPR and like the Rolling Stone and stuff. But I imagine they're one of those groups that every time you put their name up, like everyone reads it, right? It's got to be tough though. It's got to be a tough thing to like have to deal with and the publicity of it. But the same, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to keep going into it. We're already running away on this video. We're already running away. Mackenzie does have the debut stuff on this list too, so it'll be fun. We'll go through some of it, and then I'll be able to hopefully join the live stream tomorrow. I don't got much going on tomorrow. I was going to do some live requests maybe on YouTube. See what's going on. See how your boys' confidence is feeling. But yeah, let's do this. This is BTS hardships 2013 to 2021. Racism, mistreatment, accusations, and more struggles throughout the years. I couldn't imagine, bro. I couldn't imagine. The people try to take like my little bit of success I have in my YouTube corner. People try to take that away from me all the time. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, okay, let's watch this.
It was not made in order to relive the sadness or to hold grudges against others. This video was made to remind us that BTS didn't rise to success without facing hurdles, and these events have created a stronger bond between BTS and ARMY. June 13, 2013. BTS were only able to debut because the scheduled performers cancelled. BTS was a filler. Even after debuting, they couldn't get much airtime. Their performances were either shortened, cut from broadcasts, or not uploaded for online consumption, due to their company's lack of clout at that time.
It's crazy that, like, I understand that clout has existed forever. It's crazy that it's like so much of a thing now that like it affects people's lives, and I'm sure it has forever. It's just like that word alone is wild.
Company's lack of clout at that time.
저 당시에는 우리가 막 방송을 마음대로 못 깔 때예요. 방송을 막 사람 다 차있으면 우리 못 나오고 그럴 때도 있었어.
저 때 한밤에 이게 나가게 된 게 되게 약간 우리가 막 그랬었어. 막 그때 그랬어요.
되게 중요한 거고
신기한 거고 되게 약간 원래 그렇게 따로 인터뷰 잘 안 해주시는데 막 그때 그런 기억이 나요.
저희를 구원해 주신 거죠?
From sleeping in one bedroom to using their own staff as extras, to recording an album in a garage. These were just a few things BTS experienced early on in their careers due to their company's limited budget.
지드래곤 선배님이 막 말 걸어주신 거 기억나요? 옷에 쓰여 있는 거 무슨 뭐냐고. 돈 써가지고 16,000원짜리 후배티에 프린팅 해가지고 뭔지 몰라가지고 말을 못해 되겠었는데 아무튼. 네.
Because some
Hold
of
on,
the members
did he say that was his own hoodie? Talk to me and ask what's written on my clothing, since it was a printing on a $14 hoodie because we didn't have. Oh man.
돈 써가지고 16,000원짜리 후배티에 프린팅 해가지고 뭔지 몰라가지고 말을 못해 되겠었는데 아무튼. 네.
Because some of the members came from an underground rap background, but ultimately chose the path of becoming idols, they were often disrespected.
사실 남준이가 그 언더에서 활동을 했다고 이제 그런 사람들이 많아요. 그 아이돌로 올라가서 나는 언더그라운드 활동을 했던 사람이다 하고 언플이라고 흔히 하잖아요. 그러면은 이제 언더 매니아, 힙합 매니아라고 하는 사람들은 그런 거를 당연히 안 좋게 보죠.
아, 지네 음악도 안 하고 그냥.
What's wild? It's like that's like the we're looking for college graduates with 14 years experience. Like it's like it feels like the same kind of argument or similar kind of argument. It's like if you come from the underground and you make it out of that scene into a big giant scene, A, they want you to be from that, but B, they won't accept that you came from that. Like it's just like, come on, man, get your shit together.
회사에서 시키는데도 노래받아서 춤이나 추는 것들이 무슨 가수냐, 니네가 무슨 아티스트냐, 저런 애를 더 이상 나오면 안 된다.
A rapper told RM and Suga that they were on the right path, but strayed away and were no longer considered real rap hip-hop artists, deeming them girls for wearing makeup.
방탄소년단에 대해서 사실 뭐다 집어서 말하고 아이돌을 부릅니다. 네, 맞습니다.
I'm gonna try not to pause too much in this, but like that argument I think is hilarious because I listen to all the hair metal bands. All the like, come on, man, we were buying out makeup shelves for years and years and years. Some of them still are. Bret Michaels, come on, man. I think he's got his own makeup line, doesn't he? Don't quote me on that. But like, come on, man, get over it.
사실 뭐다 집어서 말하고 아이돌을 부릅니다. 네, 맞습니다. 힙합이 아니까 방탄소년단이 무대에 올라갔을 때 뭐 이제 분장을 한다는 어떤 메이크업을 하는 거에 대한 어떤 힙합과 충돌되는 부담이 있을 것 같은데.
And like it's obviously just an ego thing, like because once you step outside of what other people can kind of reach, then the only excuse is that you sold out. You know what I mean? Like my experience back in the day, I played in a cover band that was quite successful. Like we played all the time. We played covers. We played 3.5 hours of covers, right? And we'd play everywhere, man. We'd charge a bunch of money for it. We'd pay a bunch of money because we had like good production and all the shit. And people would get upset with us and they'd say that it's because we're selling out. It's like, no. We're doing a different thing than y'all. Like our business model approaches this differently, and it is what it is. Like we're playing shows. Guess what? We appeal to a lot more people doing this than if we did other things, and those other things didn't work for us. We didn't want to do them. That's not what we're trying to do. Like I don't know. Anyways.
What? Shut the front door.
BTS were being told by several people they would never make it because they came from a small agency. Big Hit Entertainment was at one point near bankruptcy and didn't have the financial power to promote and push BTS the way other companies could with their own groups. In 2014, Suga shared his story about battling depression since pre-debut days. Suga continues to discuss and bring awareness to mental health through his work. Until now, BTS has continuously been transparent about their darkest thoughts and feelings, not just through their music, but also their very public personas. February 2014. BTS were accused of copying the schoolboy concept for Boy in Love, which came out shortly after another group released their music video, even though the concept is a popular choice amongst young boy bands. April 2014. During a variety show, the host confronted them about this plagiarism accusation.
수호와 겹친 교복 패션 왜 하필입니까? 원망했나요?
사실 저희가 말씀드릴 수
예, 얘기 천천히
저희가 이번 사랑 이야기 학교 3부작의 마지막이었어요.
예.
그래가지고 언제 한번 교복을 입겠다라고 생각을 했는데 그게 되게 미묘하게 시기가 겹쳐가지고.
Throughout their careers, they've
like
been
whatever, man. Like we're doing our thing. It overlapped. Guess what? Shit happens. Like, oh man, yeah, this is gonna be heated. Rain, you're totally right though. You're totally right. Like something has to. Especially like when you start getting sweaty and like glossy and stuff on stage, and especially back in the day of like the 1,000-watt lights and all of the like, well, in bigger stadiums, I'm sure they're brighter and bigger, but like Jesus, man, like that stuff, they were hot. They were hot, those big cans.
Constantly criticized for plagiarism, often for outfits, props, concepts, and hair colors that are ordinary not just in K-pop, but the expansive world of visual arts. November 2014. Hashtag #KickoutJHopeBTS trended on Twitter, calling J-Hope ugly and untalented. The trend became popular enough that their friend and supervisor from their reality show American Hustle Life, Tony Jones, tweeted out saying, "Every member is needed and talented." Jin stepped in by telling ARMYs to cheer up and that all of them were working hard. ARMYs got together and trended #JHope You're Perfect to comfort him. May 2015.
Shout out to y'all, man.
BTS finally won their first music show with their song I Need You 2 years after their debut, but were accused of 사재기. This is when companies buy back albums to boost external sales records. But this was when their company was barely surviving financially, making the claims groundless. May 2015. V was accused of mocking another idol group after they won a music show and were accepting the trophy. People began to send him death threats. However, he wasn't mocking them at all. V was known to be a fan of this group and was singing their song out of excitement. He apologized on Twitter for the misunderstanding and provided screenshots showing that he would always listen to this song before bed. July 2015. BTS abruptly halted their concert, The Red Bullet, in New York due to death threats towards RM.
Ugh.
All related fan activities were also subsequently cancelled. Attendees of the show were forced to leave the venue, where there was a strong presence of security and police at the scene.
Yeah, you're good, Mackenzie.
Sorry. Sorry. We love you.
That's
RM
wild.
also received another death threat for another upcoming show in Mexico later that month. July 2016, people began to debate over alleged misogynistic lyrics and tweets from BTS. This led to the members and the company reflecting back on their actions. BTS's agency, Big Hit Entertainment, responded with an apology and a promise to do better. Consequently, the band grew from this lesson and have since released feminist overtures such as 21st Century Girl, and in 2019 responded to their 2014 single Boy in Love with Boy with Love, a collaboration with Halsey. RM has said that since the incident,
So, like, was it just like, what's up, Dyer? Welcome. We're watching a little BTS Hardships 2013 to 2021. Was this like if I say something and you don't know where I'm coming from, so it gets misconstrued, and they were like, you know what, it's not worth arguing. Like, you know, I understand their point. We're just gonna try to avoid that at all costs. Is that kind of like what was going on? Because like I feel like their hearts don't have the capacity for those things that they're being accused of in this segment. But I'm just curious how that shook down.
A collaboration with Halsey. RM has said that since the incident, he pays closer attention to the lyrics he writes, reading newspapers and books to study the social phenomena. After he finishes writing lyrics, he consults experts of women's studies to objectively examine the lyrics. May 2016. During their epilogue concert, aunties began to use the hashtag plagiarism Boy Scouts. Multiple fandoms teamed up to trend this hashtag in Korea. BTS saw this, and the media latched on. June 2016. During the variety show Flower Crew, Jungkook arrived at the filming location with a bag of hamburgers for his cast members, hoping to break the ice. One of the cast members made rude comments and turned Jungkook's offer away. BTS has since filmed another variety show with.
They just thought that like they just brought in like leftover food from the green room or something like that. Bro, that's on you. Like that's more a reflection of you than it is on me bringing these burgers up in here. Like, oh my god, this is just petty.
BTS has since filmed another variety show with the same host, and spirits seem high. September 2016, aunties made yet another project called Break Wings Project to try to sabotage their comeback in October. The project was caught and stopped once comments on YouTube broadcasting the project were put on blast. Wings then went on to sell 16,000 units in its first week, appearing at number 26 on the US Billboard 200 chart, setting the then highest record for a K-pop album and making BTS the first and only K-pop act at that time to log 3 entries on the Billboard 200.
Wow. Good for them.
Because of this, aunties took strategic pictures of non-armies and claimed that there was no line in stores that sold physical albums. October 2016. During the Busan One Asia Festival, fans were told a couple hours before the broadcast that BTS were no longer appearing because one member was absent from an injury. Even though a countless number of fans were already present at the event venue and BTS was ready and willing to perform.
They just got canceled?
BTS ended up performing for the fans who attended the event and waited all day, but it was at the end of the event with leftover confetti, no proper lighting, and no cameras rolling. Their performance was not broadcasted and only fan cams were taken.
The lighting thing is a real thing. Like that is a real situation. So in production, if y'all don't know, I was a sound guy for 10 years-ish, 10 years, somewhere in there. And like typically, right? You've got your headliner, they sound check, they prep everything, they put everything the way that they want it, and then the headliner and then the opener comes out. They set up in front of, like on top of and in front of and everything. And the lights aren't aimed at you when you're the opener, right? They're not set up for you. They're not programmed for you. And back in the day when it was analog consoles, like you only had so many scenes you could kind of go through. You didn't want to waste them, right? So the first band might just get wash lights and maybe like what I have. Maybe they like swap colors once or twice. Maybe if you have like a big shot section, they might bounce a little bit. And that's it. Like there's no movement. There's no fog. There's nothing. And it makes it really tough because you got to know how to put on a hell of a show. And I'm not saying I knew how to do this, but as openers and watching openers, you have to put on a hell of a show to really connect when those things aren't there. Because like it's amazing how much a light show does for connecting with the audience, right? Like there's just something about that part of the scenery that is important, right? It's the same as like having balanced vocals. Like if you're switching between 6, 7, 4, 5 vocals, whatever the song calls for, and your sound technician's not paying attention, you just kind of have like one person leading and everyone else at like 80%. You're not going to connect because you can't follow the lead vocal, right? And that shit happens all the time for the opener acts, man. And like to get bumped and then treated like that, like, ugh.
October 2016. During BTS's Blood, Sweat, and Tears promotion in South Korea, BTS wasn't given a waiting room at the broadcast center.
Of course not.
So the members made do and practiced got dressed and did makeup in front of the bathrooms. They would practice non-stop without resting, greeting other staffers who were going to the bathroom, and other idol groups would openly look down on them. This comment was left under a video uploaded by Wei, a member from Crayon Pop. Wei responded, "Yes, that's right. All I remember is their hard work and efforts. I especially haven't forgotten RM's voice practicing Japanese."
Cool.
November 2016. V made a heartfelt announcement during their muster that his beloved grandmother had passed away. Auntie saw this as an opportunity to twist his narrative and intentions,
Oh my God.
sending him death threats and accusing him of using her passing as a ploy for attention. November 2016, Big Hit released a formal statement about taking legal actions regarding malicious rumors, false statements, and personal attacks against BTS. The company continues to pursue legal actions against perpetrators to this day, enforcing a strict no settlement and leniency policy.
Good.
November 2016. Fans of another group were upset that BTS won Album of the Year at the Melon Music Awards, claiming it was done out of charity and that miscalculations were made.
Of course.
They called Melon Customer Care, where an employee explained that the company's internal data proved that BTS scored higher. Audio of the conversation was released.
그거 이제 그 상에 해당하는 앨범들을 해가지고 계산한 게 있는데 그러면은 저희가 보는 거랑 뭐 멜론 내부에서 보는 거랑 그러면은 데이터가 아예 다르다는 소린가요?
아니요, 똑같으시고요. 고객께서 보셨던 거는 차트랑
네.
그리고 스트리밍 그 실시간 그 앨범 자체가 나오고 나서 순간 차트에 대한 그런 데이터를 아십니까?
그건 아닌 것 같아요.
고객께서 보신 전체 데이터 수치는 아마 보시기 어려우실 거예요. 그 데이터는 로에만 갖고 있고요. 고객께서 봤던 정리를 어떤 식으로 진행하셔가지고 어떤 식으로 보신지 모르겠는데 고객님들께서 정리해서 보신 거는 그 차트 과정에 관한 내용들이고요.
네.
그 부분이 아니라 1년 동안 고객님들께서 스트리밍 돌리시고 앨범을 산 그 이용권 말고 많은 대중들이 전체적으로 됐잖아요.
네.
그거에 대한 결과 전체 음원 합산 점수예요. 내부적으로 고객께서 지금 생각하신 게 혹시 내부적 이게 비리가 있는 건 아니냐라고 생각이 드실 수 있는데요.
네.
뭐 제가 말씀드릴 수 있는 부분은 비리 전혀 없으시고요. 방탄이 1년 동안 보다 스트리밍 수가 많이 받아서 상을 받았다라고 생각하시면 되십니다.
February 2017. BTS were accused of plagiarism after their performance at the Gaon Chart Music Awards. The part in question was when the no-signal bars on screen resembled another group's past stage. To make matters worse, the creative director of the group in question created a post on Instagram with the captions, our hard work. And siblings of the group liked that post. Gaon Charts eventually posted an official statement in regards to the accusation, admitting that their own production team was in charge of the graphics, not Big Hit. BTS has not attended or performed at Gaon Chart Music Awards since, only pre-taping acceptance speeches. March 2017. Death threats were made against BTS, with their target being Jimin this time. This threat happened during their world tour, and Big Hit addressed this threat, increasing security around the venues. December 2017. Fans of a different group were so outraged by the results at the 2017 Mnet Asian Music Awards that they filed a petition under the Blue House, the executive office and official residence of the South Korean head of state. They requested MAMA to be abolished because BTS won, crashing the Blue House petition website, which was meant for the South Korean citizens only, with traffic from overseas. May 2000.
And can you imagine winning the competition that BTS got disqualified from? Did you actually win? Because that sounds like a lose for second place situation. You know what I mean?
2018, Jimin once again received death threats, this time during their Love Yourself tour in Fort Worth. Police tweeted soon afterwards that they were investigating the threat. November 2018. On November 7, a South Korean court ordered a Japanese company to compensate them for wartime labor during Japan's colonial rule of the Korean peninsula. The next day, Japan's TV's Asahi's music station announced that they have cancelled BTS's appearance on their show, slated for November 9th, due to a recently resurfaced screenshot of a member wearing a t-shirt depicting a photo of an atomic bomb and of Koreans celebrating their independence from Japan. The band subsequently became attacked by the extreme conservatives in Japan, and the news was picked up by the Western media.
바로 저 사건은 방탄소년단이 입었던 티셔츠가 직접적인 문제가 됐다기보단 그건 빌미였고 사실은 강제징용 배상 판결에 대한 이 보이콧을 하고 싶어하던 일본의 어떤 그 멘탈리티가 그대로 표현된 거다라고 생각을 할 수 있는데 그래서 그 5개 대륙에 그러니까 전 세계에 걸쳐서 살고 있는 특히 이제 한국 번역을 하는 한국 아미들이 주축이 돼서요 20몇 명의 아미가 온라인으로 모여서 이 사건이 도대체 어떤 정치적 배경에서 나왔는가, 어떤 역사적 배경에서 출현한 건가. 그리고 지금 그 전 세계에서 쏟아내고 있는 기사들이 어디가 어떻게 잘못된 건가 팩트 체크를 다 하면서 이 2차 세계대전에 대한 어떤 자료들을 다 모아서 백서, 화이트 페이퍼 프로젝트를 발간합니다.
영문으로 해서 저렇게 하는 거예요?
예, 영문과 한국어 동시에 이제 다 볼 수
Y'all go wild, man. Y'all stands go wild. Super impressive, though.
있는데 분량이 166쪽 정도 돼요. 그러니까 거의
April 2019. During BTS's global press conference for Map of the Soul Persona, a reporter bluntly asked BTS about past plagiarism allegations.
사실 제가 그 윙스하고 피땀 눈물 언급했던 거는 그때 이제 뭐 문제가 됐던 내용 그 뭐 표절인가 그 프랑스 작가분께서 언급하셨던 그 부분을 언급해서 여쭤본 거였고요. 그거에 대해서 그냥 뭐 질문이 좀 불편할 수는 있겠지만 답변을 좀 듣고 싶은 부분 때문에 질문을 드렸습니다.
네, 그거에 대해서는 저희 회사에서 이제 저희 회사 법무팀에서 작가님이랑 이야기를 하고 있고요. 저희 의견, 저희 생각도 회사랑 동일하다고 생각을 하고 있습니다. 네, 그 건에 대해서는 회사에서 지금 처리를 하고 있기 때문에 뭐 결과가 나오면 알겠죠. 네, 감사합니다.
We're here right now. You only have me in front of you and your cameras for so long. This is what you want to talk about?
Netizens later uncovered an article written by a reporter of the same name on another entertainment company's news website. April 2019. SBS Inkigayo excluded BTS's Boy With Love out of its charts for the song's first eligible week. Questions about the criteria used by the music show were raised, while SBS continued to claim the calculation period did not fit with BTS's album release time. To this, Dispatch compared BTS to another group who also released a song on the same day. That group entered the rankings and took its first win for their song that week, while BTS were left out of the rankings entirely.
What?
December 2019. JTBC reported that BTS went against their own agency and planned to file a lawsuit against Big Hit Entertainment.
What?
Big Hit pulled out receipts and released a lengthy statement on behalf of Big Hit Entertainment, BTS, and the members' families. They called the media company's journalism practices into question, stating, "We have not only the video that JTBC used for the first report, but also the CCTV video that recorded the footage of the journalist breaking into our company." December 2019.
Jeez. People spend a lot of time and energy on trying to mess with these guys, hey? I couldn't imagine. I'm sure this kind of trash is all out there everywhere, but
MBC is accused of abusing their power to purposely prevent other groups under Big Hit Entertainment from appearing at their year-end show, after BTS chose to appear on the US's NBC New Year's Rockin' Eve countdown in New York City instead of NBC's year-end program. According to Osen, multiple industry sources shared, ever since October, when BTS's side told MBC that BTS would not be appearing on NBC's year-end music festival, it has been difficult for singers associated with Big Hit Entertainment to appear on NBC. It is already an openly known fact in the industry. January 2020. For 29 years, the Seoul Music Awards only had one grand prize, also known as a daesang. But in 2020, they created a second daesang for digital music. BTS won the daesang for physical music only, even though their stats proved that they should have also gotten the daesang for digital music as well.
Oh, I bet.
BTS did not appear in person to accept the award and has only sent in video acceptance speeches since.
Good.
July 2020. Naver, the Google of South Korea, reportedly invested over $80 million into another entertainment company after losing out on profits from BTS, who chose to hold an online concert through Weverse, a mobile app and web platform developed by Big Hit Entertainment.
Cool.
BTS earned at least $21 million in ticket revenue, according to an analyst at securities firm. He stated, Naver lost BTS, the most popular IP of K-pop, and must have felt the need to invest in entertainment to form a stable relationship. Since 2017, fans have noticed that South Korean platforms such as Naver and media journalists were ignoring and downplaying BTS's achievements. Popular websites hardly posted anything about them, nor did they feature BTS on their front pages. Music critic Kim Young-dae and popular political commentator Kim Oh-jun recently discussed this issue.
그 뉴스의 크기에 비해서 국내 기사는 상대적으로 적다는 인상을 내가 항상 받았거든. BTS는 그 버금갈 정도의 현상을 지속적으로 만들었는데 거기에 비하자면 아주 수량이 좀 적다. 호들갑 떨기 그렇게 좋아하는 이 미디어들이 왜 이럴까? 궁금증이 평소에 있었거든. 연결되는 이야기예요. 기사들이 일단
BTS의 성공은 이제 어느 정도 보도가 돼요. 그러면 우리가 흔히 알고 있는 소위 대형 기획사의 아이돌이 그것보다 사실은 못 미치는 어떤 활약을 보였을 때 미디어에 보도되는 양이나 그 커버되는 범위를 보시면 확연히 차이가 납니다. 굉장히 좀 재밌는 부분이고 이번 그래미 같은
This guy's agreeing with him like he said something else. Didn't he just say the same thing? Didn't he just say the same thing? For instance, with the Grammy nominations, the way they frame it is they failed to make it into the major categories.
경우는 어떻게 들어가냐면 주요 부문에서 등극에 실패했다라고 한다든지 여러 가지 이유 중에 이거 하나가 중요하다고 생각해요. 뭐냐면 BTS라는 이 현상, BTS의 미국에서의 성공, BTS의 세계적인 열풍 자체가 제도권의 시스템을 거치지 않았다는 거예요. 그래서 이 제도권을 점하고 있는 그 언론일 수도 있고 뭐 프로모터일 수도 있고 음반 회사일 수도 있죠. 이 사람들이 보기에 썩 납득이 가지 않고 유쾌하지도 않아요.
자기 힘이 입증이 안 되는 거지. 그렇게 되면.
그렇습니다.
점하고 있는 위치에서 자기 영향력이라는 게 있는데 이걸 다 거치지 않고 성공해 버렸으니까 자기 존재 이유가 없어지는 거 아니에요. 그런 맥락에서는
Fair.
December 2020.
Fair. He's saying, you know, like they did it without them, so why give them something to talk about now? Like, leave us alone. If you're not going to talk about us, then just leave us alone.
For the last few years, BTS has been the face of political discourse on the revisions of South Korea's mandatory military service, even though BTS and their company have not spoken about wanting postponement or exemptions, and have insisted that they will serve when called upon. In August 2018, all major South Korean entertainment companies held a meeting to discuss petitioning the government to revise the law to allow K-pop performers to be exempt from service, in addition to the top artists, musicians, and athletes that already qualify. Big Hit Entertainment was not among the agencies, but BTS was used as the leading example for this revision. On December 20th, used
Snowy in Calgary? Oh, I hope it's not snowing here. Doesn't look like it's snowing here. Big entertainment are being stubborn and trying to get BTS exempt when in Rally, Big Hit and Army have done nothing to show support. What a trip. I was going to say, I remember the first time when I heard about them getting enlisted, I think it stated like the only other like handful of examples of people who had gotten like exempt from it. And I don't think there was that many, was there? Or maybe it was like just like the musicians list that had been exempt from it or something. I feel like I read something like that. And it's wild though, man. It's wild that they like went through all these ones, but they're saying that Big Hit Entertainment is left out of that. Like, what a trip.
Used as the leading example for this revision. On December 22, 2020, the Ministry of National Defense announced that a revision has been made, effective June 23, 2021, where popular culture artists can postpone their enlistment until age 30, with the requirements that the individuals must have been recommended as recipients of the Order of Cultural Merit, one of the highest national honors given to artists in South Korea. In April 2021, 26 agencies, led by the Korean Music Content Association, filed a written objection against the revision, stating that the new law is both unrealistic and unfair. March 2021, BTS was nominated for the Best Duo Group Performance at the Grammys, which was announced during the online pre-show instead of the primetime ceremony, as it usually was in previous years. Unfortunately, they didn't take home the award, but what made fans even more upset was that the Grammys used BTS as ratings bait, teasing that BTS's performance would be quote-unquote up next, but were actually placed as the second to last performance during the 3.5-hour broadcast, and only given the time to perform an abridged performance of their song. A former managing editor for the Grammy Awards website spoke out the next day about the Recording Academy and how it pushed back on featuring BTS. But BTS got the last laugh. A live stream of the band celebrating after the event has so far garnered more than 13 million views, compared to the 8.8 million viewers who tuned into the Grammys. March 2021. Topps released the Garbage Pail Kids Shammy Awards illustration and cards. Unlike the other artists who were featured, BTS was depicted as being brutalized and beaten up by a Grammy trophy inside a whack-a-mole. This isn't the first time BTS has been shunned, put down, or bullied. In February 2021, a German radio station host made racist remarks about BTS, comparing them to COVID-19, and voiced his hopes that there will be a vaccine against BTS soon. He openly cursed at them for covering a Coldplay song and said that BTS deserves a 20-year vacation in North Korea. Halsey, Max, Love, Steve Aoki, and more artists slammed the radio station's racism and xenophobia. The host and station maintains that it was just a joke and that folks are too sensitive. During Zach Sang's show, a member named Liam from a boy band called Forever in Your Mind made these comments.
I agree that they're a boy band, but at the same time, it's like I feel like it's like a different, like they belong in a different genre on their own, because I feel like there still needs to be like a European or an American boy band to be at the top, and I think BTS can just live in their own. They're BTS. They don't, you know what I mean?
Nah, but they're like.
Like, I don't think that they're gonna.
Is so crazy. It's
dude, and it's global.
I'm a fan. They're really good.
I like them. They're good dancers.
I can't get behind it. I don't understand what they're saying.
I got it.
I don't even know what to call them, boys or girls, because
you don't understand what they're saying. I could see like if you're like, hey man, like I understand that they like, you know, write some very meaningful stuff, but I have a hard time connecting to it because I can't like hear them saying the words. I would understand that. But like that being a reason to not, like he's just not giving them the time of day. He's just not giving them a chance. That's it. And he's deciding to do that for whatever reason. But like, kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Man, there's a bunch of y'all that just showed up in here. I appreciate everyone being here. Army, y'all are, yeah, this is great. I appreciate all the information here when I'm asking questions. Y'all make this a lot more enjoyable, I promise.
I don't know what they are. Look at these people. Look at this one. I don't know which one he is. Look at those highlights, those chunky Tony and Guy mall salon highlights, and the contact lenses. You are an Asian man. You don't need to look like a girl named Ashley.
When I first heard. But we're not going to talk about her eyebrows? We're not going to talk about her eyebrows or her bangs? What about the lips? Looks like she got more filler on the one side than the other. Here to here.
You are an Asian man. You don't need to look like a girl named Ashley.
When I first heard something Korean had
The right side of her face looked more puffed than the other side.
I think they look very nice.
Oh! That is not what you were saying during the break!
How did this become a thing in Western culture where all these grown men and little girls are off to little K-pop boys?
Jesus Christ.
A senior editor from The Economist said, "Please no," after BTS was announced as speakers at the 75th UN General Assembly. She quickly tried to backtrack, claiming it was a joke. This led to Stephen Pollard, a British journalist, to tweet this, and Anne Hegarty, a television personality, responding with, "All this about a little Korean boy band that's fundamentally not important?"
I just love to see like the contribution to like the world economy that all these people talking have made. Like that's, and I know that's not like the only metric to gauge things off of because money shouldn't equal voice. But if you want to say insignificant, pick a stat, y'all. Pick one, anyone.
So when BTS was named Entertainer of the Year by Time magazine soon after, RM said, "We're not sure if we've actually earned respect, but one thing is for sure is that people feel like, okay, this is not just some kind of syndrome or phenomenon. These little boys from Korea are doing this." BTS have always been outspoken about the injustice of racial discrimination. In the summer of 2020, they used their platform and proudly announced their support for Black Lives Matter and donated $1 million to the organization. With the recent rise and visibility of atrocities against Asians, BTS released a statement on their Twitter standing in solidarity once again. These are just a few of the countless examples of mistreatment, racism, and xenophobia that BTS has been encountering around the world throughout their storied career. It will more than likely be a continued uphill battle. As artists of color who are constantly breaking records and barriers, amassing fans and growing in popularity around the globe, hostility and jealousy will come easily from those not afforded the luxury of such a strong and dedicated fan base.
For real.
As fans who are cognizant of their journey and understand that their popularity comes from their sincerity and talent, ARMYs have a tendency to be protective, and sometimes overly so. If only because of the awareness of what BTS and ARMY are up against when fighting for fair representation.
It's wild that like all you need to ask for is fair. People don't want to talk fair because you get washed. Like you know, Buddy making the argument about how like they could be in their own genre. That's just like to make it fair because you can't compete. It's like, yeah, man, I want to do the same thing. They're just like way more built for that than I am. So they should leave so that way I can have a little chance. Like, that's not how this works. This is a very eye-opening video, my friends. And I think I've watched something. I must have watched like just like their early hardships or something like that. Because I remember watching one that I was getting heated about like a long time ago. But my goodness. My goodness. Especially like I just don't get it. You think like if you see someone in your space doing that well, like what are y'all doing that I'm not? And how do I put my own spin on it? The plagiarism thing, man, like get out of here. Get out of here. But like what's the corporate phrase? R&D? I think it's supposed to be research and development, and then the joke is that it's just rob and duplicate. And that's only a part of it. Like, you know, when people, like, you could go down anything. People started using public address systems for concerts. Like, you can go anywhere you want. At one point or another, someone had to learn from the next person. Is that plagiarism? No. Someone else realized that you could hang like a big giant backdrop and you could color that all up and make that all look cool too. And then now everybody's doing it. Is it plagiarism? Like, no. Get away from me. I took that one. Why BTS early music is so relatable for Korean youth. Explained by a Korean. Cool. I'd like to check that out. That sounds like a good one. Yeah, it's like 9 minutes, so that's cool. That's cool. 10 minutes. Whoa, we're going into some fast stuff here. Just kidding. Okay. Why BTS's early music is so relatable to Korean youth. Explained by a Korean. Oh man, like it just it's just, yeah, it's ridiculous. Like if y'all don't want us to sell so much, play us on the radio, make us available. Y'all ratings go up and we'll still sell. It's a fast talker. Do I have to slow it down? I'm a fast talker, and if y'all been watching my videos for any amount of time, some days are faster than others. All right, here we go. It's gonna be a fast 10 minutes.
Many say BTS's initial rise to stardom was thanks to the relatability of their lyrics. In many of their earlier songs, they featured commentary on the socio-economic problems of the youth. I think these lyrics contain the essence of what BTS had to say back then. The key to really understanding these songs is understanding who the Empo generation is. This is the generation that BTS's early social commentary is targeted at, and understanding this will help you understand their library on another level, as well as understanding Korea. Empo generation was a term coined on millennials who gave up on what previous generations considered a fact of life, and refers to an undefined number.
So this is like people like not wanting to do the standard, you go to school, you go to college, you do the 9 to 5. This is people that want to side hustle and they want to have part-time jobs and they have 6 of them and they live with their friends and all that stuff. That's what they're talking about here, I think.
Whereas po is an abbreviation of pogi, which means give up. The roots of this term first came in the early 2010s, with sampo generation referring to millennials who gave up on 3 things: dating, marrying, and raising children. This phenomenon was a symptom of increasing youth unemployment. Then came the term opo generation, which added housing and employment to the mix. Following that,
so now it's like people don't want to buy houses and they don't want to have jobs, quote unquote. I'm following.
We're talking about Chilpo generation, giving up on human relationships and hope on top of all the things previously mentioned. Kupo generation gave up on health and appearance. Then we reached the final Shippo generation, which gives up on life. And it kind of got out of hand that people just started calling the millennials Empo generation, the generation that has lost the will to really do anything about their life. So what has made this very gloomy present and future for millennials in Korea? To really dissect this matter, we have to go back into history.
See, now I just want to be like shady. I saw the backpack. I'm like, oh, plagiarism. Someone's got the schoolboy thing going on.
Baby boomers. We call them the 386 generation in Korea, and they are the parents that gave birth to the millennials. Unlike the Empo generation, the baby boomers of Korea had a much more hopeful outlook into the future, albeit being around a poorer environment growing up. Coming off the Korean War, the country experienced extremely rapid industrialization and development. From being one of the poorest countries in the world, the post-war efforts to recoup the country were very successful, and thus the baby boomers grew into a huge booming economy with many jobs to go around. Pun intended. Graduating college from this time meant that you were basically guaranteed a job and a career. And many of this generation enjoy the leap to middle class thanks to a college degree.
What's up, Amy?
From this experience, they imposed high expectations and strict standards to their children's education. Millennial Koreans like me went through rigorous tutoring.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't want to express it that way, but like making decisions to do things. So it's like, is it like, you know, we relate to a lot of that stuff too, right? Like I would love to buy my own house and be on my way to my first or my second kid like my parents were at my age, and I've never been at a point in my life where I could afford it. And I've had 3 jobs, I've worked for myself, I've made good money, I've made not good money, I've done all the things, man, and just like it's tough today, man. What did they say? Groceries on average is supposed to go up like another $700 next year. Like
to their children's education. Millennial Koreans like me went through rigorous tutoring and schooling, always hearing the parents say, if you go to a good college, your life will be comfortable. Or, you'll be thankful that I put you through this when you grow up.
글로벌 인재가 서로 연결되어
I'm gonna skip this, don't mind me.
When millennials finally made it to university and started actually looking for jobs, they realized that this could not be farther from the truth. Korean society had changed. No longer was a college degree anything more than a single line on the resume. About 80% of Korean millennials were college educated. Compare that to below 30% of their parents' generation. Furthermore, Korea's economic growth has stagnated drastically compared to the 80s, and more mature industries requiring higher technical abilities were set in place, leaving an overwhelmingly large number of inexperienced college graduates unable to find a job. Millennials saw this as a betrayal. A survey conducted in 2019 showed that 74% of respondents in their 20s disagree with the statement, hard work pays off. The parents had told them that everything will work out once they go to college and studied literally night and day in high school. My school, for example, started at 7 a.m. and ended at 10 p.m. However, what was waiting...
Oh, is that what that was? I thought it was an ad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought it was just like sneaking an ad here real quick. Oh my God.
For example, started at 7 a.m. and ended at 10 p.m. However, what was waiting on the other end was all-time high rates of youth unemployment. Meanwhile, baby boomers and media stated that millennials weren't trying hard enough. Huge resentment between the two generations emerged.
요즘에도 왜 이렇게 끈기가 없냐? 뭐 좀 가르칠만 하면 그만두고 배울만 하면 그만두고.
Youth unemployment was just the start. If they were lucky enough to find a job, then the extreme housing prices awaited them. Throughout the past decade, average apartment prices in Seoul nearly doubled. The problem became especially apparent the past few years. In 2017, it took about 16 years of saving up 100% of the average salary to buy an average-priced apartment in Seoul. By late 2020, that number rose to 26.5 years. By the way, this is basing off of saving up 100%.
So no expenses, no taxes
of your salary. The current administration put out 26 real estate policy changes the past 4 years in a desperate attempt to stop this phenomenon. However, with each policy announcement, loans became harder to get for the youth, and panic buying ensued among baby boomers and the rich, driving up the prices even higher and making home ownership a long-gone dream for much of the Empo generation. This led to millennials giving up hope on marriage or even the hope of moving out of their parents' house. Most of my friends who are now in their 30s still live with their parents. This led to the Empo generation losing their will to work. Upon seeing real estate values jump up by the hundreds of thousands of dollars within just months, being employed began to look very pointless and a for sure way to just remain poor. Mind you that these are not fancy mansions or penthouses I'm talking about, just any regular apartment in Seoul.
Look at these
The chances are if you want to get a home in a middle-class neighborhood, then you would need about $1 million. Only baby boomers who had bought houses while they were relatively cheap and the rich could own a home now. And with the government's extreme crackdowns on mortgages, millennials who had just started earning money had no wealth to even try. Millennials blame baby boomers for kicking away the ladder, and baby boomers say millennials complain too much. Those who got rich via real estate get richer thanks to the real estate bubble, and the poor get to live in their parents' house. This is essentially what led to the spoon theory mentioned in BTS's Pepsi. To top it all off, due to the aforementioned conditions, Korea's birth rate has plummeted to 0.84 per couple, the lowest in the world. In Seoul, that number drops to 0.64. The rapidly aging population means that by 2040, a third of Koreans will be over the age of 65. The burden to take care of the elderly will be on the shoulders of the shrinking working population, and Korea's national pension fund is expected to be completely depleted by 2056. Millennials will pay for the pensions their entire working career
and then have
receive
nothing left
when they actually do retire. And of course, they are not happy about that either.
I bet.
Millennials
What's the motivation
call
to work?
Korea 헬조선, and indeed, it does seem like hell sometimes. So there you have it, folks. We millennials of Korea have given up on marriage, dating, getting a house, or really anything productive. We just want to do crypto and get rich. This type of environment has fostered some very dark humor on internet communities. Posts such as poverty bingo, where people play bingo on how many things they can relate to in poverty.
No bidet.
Or the
I know bidets are a bigger thing in that part of the world, but around here, man, that'd be wild having a bidet in your house.
People play bingo on how many things they can relate to in poverty. Or the posts describing characteristics of poor people's homes get rave responses online. The nationwide obsession and depression for real estate has been passed down to the younger generations too. Elementary school students discriminate their friends based on which apartment they live. The brand of your apartment has become a status symbol among 10-year-olds. This is when you know society has reached a new low.
Among 10-year-olds.
지금 뭐 하는 건가? 죄송합니다. 얼른 일어나서 춤추지 않고
These are TikToks that politicians posted the past few months in their effort to gather votes of the millennials. With the presidential election happening next year, many politicians are busy making reels and TikToks.
I was gonna say if the like mass population is the young people, then now you're gonna have to start figuring out all your political decisions for the young people. So hopefully that doesn't last forever, but
to be relatable.
What a mess.
These people seem to be completely unaware of the core of our problems. What we want is a more livable society, not politicians dancing to Brave Girls Rollin'. The Empo generation wants to be listened to, but no one's listening. And this is why Pepsi and Dope and BTS's earlier discography in general hit home so hard. I hope this video didn't depress you too much. Whether we like it or not, we live in this hyper-competitive world where we need to be constantly upgrading ourselves to survive. Which is why we're proud to say this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning service that has a collection of thousands of workshops ranging in topics.
This is the ad here. Yeah. What an interesting thing, man. Like you see all the symmetries, right? Like I'm sure we can all relate to a lot of the stuff. I don't know all the names. Like I don't know all the like Gen Z and Gen this and Gen that. I don't know all those, but it is interesting to see like the similarities as well as like the differences, I guess. Because like I don't know where you all live. We have like a housing issue right now where if you're a young family trying to buy your first house, you either are going to overpay for it. Like it's a seller's market, right? You're either going to overpay for it or it's not for sale. So you have to rent, and rent is atrocious. And people are getting kicked out of their places so that the rent can go up. Like it's crazy. And then like I can work, I can have a good job. I was a retail store manager for like a corporate store. We were like one of the busier ones for like our area, all the shit. We did really good. And I still had to have my girlfriend live with me and a roommate and her boyfriend for a little while, like in a upstairs suite. Like it's crazy sometimes. Wild, my friends. Super interesting, right? Desire. Super interesting. How do I make this? How do I zoom? Here we go. I know y'all can't see what I'm up to. I'm just trying to change the size of this chart so I can see what I'm doing here. BTS debut trailer. Here we go. We were just talking about the debut. How's everyone doing? Everyone feeling okay? This is a short one. It's just a quick 3/4 of a minute. Oh, whoa. We went through an hour already. I appreciate everyone, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Burned through a quick hour.
We are now going to progress to some steps which are a bit more difficult. Ready, set, and begin.
Cool intro, man. They've been working hard on the lyric videos for a minute, huh? I gotta figure out how to do all that stuff. We're getting video editors in here. What's this one? This one's a minute now. It's literally 3:35 a.m. here. We have a 12.5-hour difference. Wow. It's 3:06 right now. I appreciate you spending your whole entire evening with me instead of sleeping. This one's another short one. I'm just going to keep this going.
We are now going to progress to some steps which are a bit more difficult. Ready, set, and begin.
And this is featuring DJ Fizz. Is that who did all the like production and stuff? It's a cool like promo art too. Too cool for school. The lyric link to the left give translations, and that website also, thank you, Rain, for saying something so I can actually read this. It bumps it out of the way of the heart. That website also makes notes to explain any cultural references. Writers and producers, I think. Okay, sweet. Let me pull this up. Don't mind me going back and forth to full screen. I just don't. I have other stuff on my like Google Drive and stuff that I don't need to share with the whole world, you know? You know what I mean? Oh, I'm missing a spot. Oh, look at this. Hey, clearly advertisement. Got to get me some context too. One of these days. Okay, this is cool. I've never seen this website before. WordPress. Oh, cool. Is this like a dedicated someone made for? Neat. Very neat. Okay, my bad. I missed that. I scrolled over too far. So like we trust them is what you're saying. Mackenzie. Yeah, I appreciate that. Jujuba. Hola. I wish I could read that. I really wish I could. I like the hola though. Dire and Rain. I suffer from insomnia. Even if I try to sleep, I won't get any sleep. Oh, that's the worst. It's like one of those things where like you sleep when you can kind of thing. You ever taken modafinil? I'm not a doctor, so I'm not trying to suggest anything, but I used to take that for other stuff, but I found out that it's insomnia medication. And I've been having sleep paralysis lately. Where I'm trying to wake up and I can't, and I know I'm trying to wake up and I can't. I'm like fighting myself, and like dream me is doing like the like wake up. The other night I was even like pounding on my bed in my dreams, then I was like I couldn't open my eyes. Never felt that before. What a trip. I'm sure that's very different, but like what a trip. Official music video. Oh, Brazil. Oh, I want to go to Brazil. My goodness, I want to go to Brazil. I should get a little translation app for this. That'd be probably smart. Excuse me. Okay, so we are going to watch. Where am I? I scrolled myself all around and now I'm confused. Official music video. Should be this one. We Are Bulletproof Part 2. Now, did I skip something here, Mackenzie? You're going to have to keep me in line here. Why it was so relatable. Brief intro for the CD. Is the source for the lyrics. Okay, done. I saved it. Like you're falling from a high building. That's got to be so frustrating. That's got to be so frustrating. Really? Okay. So I should be able to search. This one's called what? We Are Bulletproof. Oh, look at this. Written. I was watching some stuff talking about like the production, like how to get your kick drums to hit hard like BTS. Because God, it's impressive. My goodness, it's impressive. Okay, let's watch this. I'm not going to be able to read those lyrics and do that all at the same time. So I hope this... y'all might have to help me out. And we're going to see the best thing I can do here. Before they took her down, enjoy BTS, more edited lives. They had no captions to include those lyrics. Missed that channel. Oh, did they get taken down? That's too bad. I used to have a supporter who was creating content for like in the name of another artist, and they basically said, hey, like you can't do this under your own name, but if you want to make it a fan account, you can go ahead. But they like, I think there was a lot of like red tape and a bunch of stuff too, but. Okay, let's see. Bang 10 subs. Eduardo, I appreciate you here in the Beehive.
We are bulletproof. We are bulletproof. Bulletproof. 이름은 정국. 스케일은 전국. 학교 대신 연습실에서 밤새 춤을 추고 노래 불러내.
Yeah, that's a big kick drum, I'm telling y'all.
Everywhere I go, everything I do, 나 보여줄게 칼을 갈아왔던 만큼 날 무시하던 많은 사람들이 이젠 we shout it out.
That like. Where'd my mouse go? Okay, this is cool. I gotta back this up a bit. Like, what year was this? I had a thing up, but maybe someone can help me out real quick. Oh, that was weird. I don't know what year this is because it's got like such a like throwback vibe, both in like the drum kit and like how they're approaching the vocal. We're getting into like the little bit of the auto-tune part here, but I like that the group vocals they treat like group vocals. Like it's not like they're trying to sing in place of no singing. Like it's like group vocals and they're kind of like everywhere. You can hear the voices playing with each other. Like this is cool. This is real cool. Yeah. What's up, Full T?
We are bulletproof. We are bulletproof. What's up? Bulletproof. 아직 아무것도 없지. Still young, sick, and rapper man. Yeah, I don't know, there's nothing. Go 믿어. 하지만 이제 필요 없어졌지. 넌 아직도 아마추어. 난 메이저. 그렇게 섞여. Rap monster 말처럼 꿈을 가.
So, like, I'm confused because like this is just like it's structured like a rap song. Like it's just a rap song, right? Like, I'll say my thoughts.
넌 아직도 아마추어. 난 메이저. 그렇게 섞여. Rap monster 말처럼 꿈을 같이 무슨 비트는 간에 나 싹 집어 삼켜. 정신한 이름값 얘들아 이리 와 이리 와. 난 아이돌의 반전.
What's up, Army? Army Barrel, welcome.
Everywhere I go, everything I do, 나 보여줄게 칼을 갈아왔던 만큼 날 무시하던 많은 사람들 이젠 we shout it out. 나같이 해봤다면 돌을 던져. We go hard, 우린 겁이 없어. Click, click, bang, bang. We just sing it like click, click, bang, bang. We just sing it like 나같이 해봤다면 돌을 던져.
Okay.
We go hard, 우린 겁이 없어. Click, click, bang, bang. We just sing it like click, click, bang, bang. We just sing it like.
Because like just based on like what everyone was talking about and timelines aside, like that's what I could be misconstruing, or like if different records had different like things going on. But I just don't understand like the boy band or like label aside from them all being guys, or like any of the like pop stuff. It's like they're great beats, man, and they're structured like rap songs. Like they've got choruses. They're structured like songs I heard in the club when I was the age to go to the club in 2013. That's when I was going to the club. Rain, I follow. Okay.
We are bulletproof. We are bulletproof. What's up? Bulletproof.
I think we saw a cutscene of that earlier.
Bulletproof.
Oh yeah. Go crazy with the videos. Go crazy with them. You hear that like bulletproof. Like, oh man, that's a lot of energy in that. I like that they left that in the like final breath at the end too. You and Fry are a boy band. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, Full Texan. The two of us make a boy band. That's fun. I like that. They debuted as a rap heavy hip hop group. Okay, I follow. I'm just probably jumping around from like different headlines and different times and eras and stuff like that. But I dug it, man. I dug it. Like I said, like the song structure felt like a rap song. The chorus is cool. I like the choreo, like or the dancing, like whatever you want to call it, the break dancing and all that. I think that stuff's great. So this must have been pretty early then, right? I feel like I've seen one of those live, maybe. Maybe. Okay, thanks for hanging out, Dyer. I appreciate you. We'll see you again soon. I'm also going to take a quick washroom break if y'all don't mind. Oh, we just jumped up. We just jumped up too. Welcome, everyone. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm just going to take a quick little washroom break. Let me put on a little music for you. Let me put on a little funk for you. Get something a little funky going on here. And I'll just be back in one moment. Mackenzie, I appreciate you moderating and setting this whole show up for us today. Everyone watching at home and at work, wherever you are, I appreciate you all. Hope you're staying warm, man. It's apparently snowing up north. First song off the first album of BTS. Okay. I appreciate that. Okay, I'll be right back, my friends. What's up, y'all? Welcome. All right. That was a fun one. Oh, Mackenzie, I appreciate you knocking off this list for me so I can see where I am. Okay, so what do we got here? This is an official music video. We are Bulletproof 2. Oh, wait, is that the one I'm on? Album. Title. What's this last one I watched? Oh, okay, so we're on the dance practice. My bad. I'll figure this out. One way or another, I'll figure this out. All right, here we go. They're so young. I appreciate that, Mackenzie. No, you're good. The formations are wild. I guess I can kind of do this because we heard the song already. Them like falling into formation is wild. Like you can just slightly see them like checking to make sure they're in the right spots. Like it's so pro. Fire, man. Fire. And like, not to mention, performing in front of a camera with no audience, man, it's a vulnerable situation, right? And like, I know when you're a performer, when you're a dancer, you do this, like that's your thing. But it doesn't, maybe you get used to it, I don't know. Fire, man. So they actually did that, eh? Oh, no, they didn't. Okay, it was a trick. Killer, man. They tricked me. Killer, man. No kidding though. And you can't show 13 hours of work in a day. Like how do you showcase that? How do you show like the energy that it actually takes to do that, right? Like it's a weird thing, man. Like I could not imagine what it feels like being as public as they are, which is like their whole entire lives, like everything they do. Well, not only everything they do, only a glimpse, right? We don't get to see it all. Wild, man. Wild. I do appreciate that, though. We've talked about that, like how they spend, like they'll spend a good solid, like in a 3-minute performance, they'll spend a third of it dancing and performing. Like it's super impressive. What the hell's going on here? I thought my shit was on focus mode. It is on focus mode. Don't show me Instagrams. The Grammys is offered. Like, I don't need to see that. Turn that shit off. We got a short and live broadcast next. So, important note. With this video, you'll hear that they cut Namjoon's part. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Part out of the beginning before JK. Example of shortening broadcast as mentioned in the hardship video. How frustrating. If full text is in here still, I follow a band called The Warning, who I'm also very passionate about. And they played at the MTV, like the video awards or whatever. And they only got like a minute slot. And like a bunch of the podcasts and stuff that I watched judged them on that minute slot. It's like, y'all missed, man. Because when they released the whole thing, it's like, what a performance. What a performance, man. And then like to only be judged on like a minute 6 of a performance is like, it's hard. It's really hard. You could bring your A game, man, and people are still going to chirp, right? Like it's tough. Oh, look at this. It's only a minute 40. Wow. Wow.
이름은 정국, 스킬은 전국. 학교 대신 연습실에서 밤새 어쩌면 좀 노래 불러내. 너희가 놀 때, 나 꿈을 짓고 하며 참아가며 매일 밤새 불편한 잠내 아침에 같은데 난 오늘 감내 이중 잣대 수많은 반대 속에서 부셔버리는 나의 한계 비판해 재수 좋게 회사에 컨택된 속칭 노래 못해 래퍼를 당한 너에게를 풀어낸 타이틀 사실 과외를 왜하고
Big impact. Big impact.
나 보여줄게 칼을 갈아왔던 만큼 날 무시하던 많은 사람들이 이제 We shout it out 나만 취해만 따면 돌을 던져 We go hard 우린 겁이 없어 Click click bang bang We just sing your life Click click bang bang We
See
just
how like on the click, click, bang, bang, the unison is so much tighter than it was on the record? That to me speaks to how much time they spend rehearsing and practicing, right? Because in the first one, I was talking about how they treated it like a group vocal kind of in the different sections. In this, man, it's like they've picked a note to chant at, which is kind of neat, right?
bang bang We just sing your life Click click bang bang We just sing your life 이리 내놔 긴장했다 있어 bulletproof
See, like real short though. Like we're already at the end of this. Trick the shit out of me again. Wow, man. But same thing. Like, so of this minute 40 section that they got, and I don't know if they had any control over this. The last like 40 seconds are dance. Almost half this video. Almost half this video is dance. So I don't know if they had any like control over like what segment they got to post, but it speaks to it, man, for sure. Oops. Killers though, man. I think you can really hear the rehearsal in their voice in that one. Yeah, I can get tricked into singing sometimes. You can check out my first original vocal on Spotify and Apple Music. It's called Who's Killing Who by Fry McDunstan. Shout out to my Instagram friend who came and found me and told me how much they appreciated me talking about my original music on this stream. The first real major shift was in 2015 when they were changing developing at the time. Okay. Okay. Subtitles on the screen for this one. This is a skit. All right, this is the one I just watched. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mackenzie, I really appreciate this whole thing that you gave me here, man. This is really cool. This is really like you're making it really easy, and I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Feel free to blast your website in here too, if that does anything for you. If that helps, feel free to share it as much as you want to. I don't have the command thingy when I'm on YouTube, but on Twitch I do.
뮤직비디오 그거
흰색 와이셔츠에 빨간 넥타이 내가 그 얼마 따라서
Hold on.
뮤직비디오 그거
흰색 와이셔츠에 빨간 넥타이 내가 그 얼마 따라서 장난이지
그래가지고 형안 어울리시
야 중쳤다 이제 가자 아니 가자 뭐 훔쳤다고 그래요 야 오늘 째요 째 시원하게 한번 째봅시다 그래가지고 그래가지고 에픽하게 좀 더 해봐봐
아니 그래가지고 그거 듣고 이제 딱 시작했다니까요 제가 랩을 말 그대로 플라이 했다는 거 아니에요
이슈가님 또 그거 듣고 랩 시작했지
진짜 같았어 그러면 뭐 우리는 플라이 들을 때 우리 호흡은 뭐 했는가?
뭐가 셨나? 난 또 이제 랩하는 사람들과 이제 또 남다르게 또 나는 춤에 미쳐있어. 그렇지. 학원에 댄스. 뭐 지휘도 마찬가지일걸?
아니 당연하죠. 혹시 여기서 무용을 꿈꿔본 사람은 없나?
없어. 무용은 없어.
방금 정적 들었냐?
한 명도 없어.
방금 다들 고민했다고.
1초 정적.
태영이 너 꿈이 뭐였어?
저 3년간 색소폰 했었어요.
근데 왜 지금 안 해?
색소폰?
입이 아파서.
입이 아파서.
입이 아파서.
가식적이다.
입이 아팠거든요.
입이 많이 아팠나 보다.
엄청난 이유다.
마음이 아프다.
아니 그 진영, 우리 형은 꿈이 뭐였어요, 형은?
나야 뭐 그냥 우리 아빠처럼 7시에 출근하고 저녁 6시에 퇴근해서 딱 마누라가 차려주면 밥 먹고
나도 그게 제일 좋다.
그게 최고인 것 같긴 해. 그게 짱이지.
힙합이
다 뭔 소용이에요. 그게 짱이지.
그렇다고 힙합을 버려요 왜요?
시원하게 버렸구만. 시원하게 버렸어.
우리 아빠 욕하지 마.
버리고 그래?
우리 아빠 욕하지 마.
정국아 너는 꿈이 뭐였냐?
그래 뭐.
저요? 저 기억 잘 안 나는데. 이놈의 새끼를 써만들어 뭐하노? 들어가 없애보는 거 해야겠네 이 새끼야 들어가.
알겠습니다.
Fun, man. I like the skits. I like the skits too. The skits always add something to the record, you know? I hope that was on the record at least. Here I am talking like I know. I think I can do this too. Yeah, there we go. Audio in English for this next one. Okay. This one is No More Dream official teaser #1. What's up, everyone? I see you coming in here. I see you all coming in here. Hold on, what is it? Music and artists for healing. I like that.
I closed my eyes for a long time. I've dreamed
It's a cool scene.
Life is a zoo in a jungle. We got to find and get our weapons to rumble.
Sounds like that bass I was playing when I was going to the washroom there.
And BTS, we're the kids who are too cool for school and too bad to be good. So I'm gonna fight against all the prejudice. Fight for my generation. Fight for my music. Because this cold world has no more dream.
Interesting. So that's sort of touching on the video that we watched about why BTS connects with the youth of Korea, right? South Korea? No, we'll say Korea. sort of touching on that a little bit, right? Okay, I'm going to make an attempt to read the lyrics off of the Dual Set website while this next video plays. Okay. See, I'm telling you, you put together a good show here. Put together a good show here. Mackenzie's on top of it, y'all. Okay, I got the lyrics up. And now let's check out No More Dream official music video. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Let me pull my lyrics back up here. And let's go.
What's up? This is Black Cat exclusive. And the coolest kid in the world. Woo! BTS. Rap monster. Jimin.
I missed like all the name intros in songs.
And who do we got here right now? Sugar.
I got the lyrics on this side if you see me turning my head. So it sounds like it sounds like they sampled like an upright, like a double bass. You can play it like with your like finger style, or you can like play it with a bow. It sounds like they did like the finger plucking, and then I think it transitions into like an 808, or it actually almost sounds like I was saying, the bass in that funk song I was playing in my little washroom break there. Like real groovy, man, real groovy.
I want a big house, big cars, and big rings. But 사실은 I don't have any big dreams. 난 참 편하게 살아. 꿈 따위 안 꿔도 아무도 말 안 하잖아. 다 똑같이 나처럼 생각하고 있어. 까먹 꿈만던 어린 시절. 왜 하긴 걱정 마, 멀리라도 갈 거니까. 알았어 엄마, 지금 독서실 간다니까.
See, like the video adds so much because seeing him just being like chill and being like, "Are you sure? Like, are you sure?" You know what I'm like, that kind of a vibe. I like that.
알았어 엄마, 지금 독서실 간다니까. 너의 길을 가라고, 단 하루를 살아도 뭐라도 하라고. 나약하면 담아도 왜 말 못하고 있어? 공부를 하기 싫다면서 학교 때려치기는 겁나지. 이거 받은 거야 준비하네 벌써. 설정들은 제발 좀 너희만 살아가지고 유리 멘탈 보이 스톱. 자신에게 물어봐 언제 네가 열심히 노력했냐고.
Crazy flows. I have no idea where I am in this lyric sheet, so I'm just gonna listen. Oops, sorry.
반복되는 미래 어른들과 부모님한테는 바뀐 꿈을 주입해 장래 희망 넘버원 공무원 강요된 꿈은 아냐 구회 말 구원 투수 시간 낭비 야자에 도지구는 아냐 똑같은 사회 반항해 꿈을 뺏으면 자신에게 물어봐 네 꿈의 프로파일 어감을 받던 인생 네 삶의 추억이 되어봐.
So I have a question. How much money are we making right now? How much money is BTS doing right now? Like, is this a lot of this like making do with what they can, or are they like they're doing pretty good right now? From the hardship side of things, this video is wild, man. they did a lot to make it really wild, right? Like, I don't think that each shot is that intricate, like from just like camera placements and stuff. But like they do a lot of this like almost like larger than life augmented reality type thing that's like super impressive. It makes it hit a lot harder, right? Making do. I like that ad lib.
살아가는 법을 몰라 날아가는 법을 몰라 결정하는 법을 몰라 이젠 꿈꾸는 법도 몰라 눈을 떠났다 이제 춤을 춰봤자 다시 꿈을 꿔봤다 너 꿈을 대지 마 춤을 대지 마
Oh, come on, man. Like, I don't even think I could practice and do that. I'm just like, I don't have the shape for it. Like, that stuff is wild, man. And on top of like these ridiculous cadences and flows and the speed and like, did RM say he produced this one? I can read it after. I'm just curious if anyone knows off the top of his head. I feel like that's what he, or unless he was talking about the one before the skit. I can't remember. I can't remember which one it was. But like this beat is wild, man. Like, and they're doing that dance and shit. Like, I gotta be careful how I say this, but like the no wonder thing. It's like when you work so hard, like the proof's in the pudding, right? Like. This is wild. Looks like you're having fun.
To all the youngsters without dreams.
I got you. Yeah, that went crazy with the video. If that's like making do, if that's what making do is, they must have a pretty dope team, man. Like between videographers and the people dreaming up the stuff. And like obviously now they have a little bit more freedom, a bit more freedom, but it's inspiring, man. It's super inspiring. For real. What's this one? Too cool for school debut single movie music video. Jesus, I always do that. Shooting, sweet. How we feeling, y'all? How's everyone doing? Everyone good at home? Rolling up on 2 hours here. I'm good to roll over a couple of like over the 2 hours as long as my stuff doesn't glitch out too much. I can't stay too much longer. Like I just don't have a hard stop at 4. But I do got stuff I got to do before Danielle gets home. So we'll keep going here for a little bit. It's been a lot of fun. Fun little series we got going on here. All right, let's do this. Yeah, look at this. It's like it's fun to see him like being serious, being all tough and hard, and then like it cuts to them like smiling, being cute again. Like I like that, man. I like that energy because I try to like joke, be like, man, I cut somebody if they like cross me, but then like I like cry on camera and I like giggling and laughing and stuff. Like this is so much fun. Oh, Mackenzie, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. Honest to God.
Big cars and big wings. But 사실 I don't have any big dreams. 난 참 편하게 살아. 따위 안 보도 아무도 말 안 하잖아. 가끔씩 나처럼 생각하고 있어. 까먹 꿈만 터널이 시작. 정말 멀리라도 갈 거니까. 알았어. 마치 독서실 간다니까.
찍어서 팬들한테 보여주는.
There's something to prove. Like I really don't know how to describe, like, without my own experience, right? So like when I was in my band however many years ago, we would rehearse things like if we had a section that we knew we were gonna like have banter or something, we would rehearse the banter, and I struggled with that so much. Like just letting go of whatever, like my ego or whatever, like shame that I'm inventing, like any of those things. I just had such a hard time letting go of it and just being in the moment, and that affected my live performance. Because when we would go into those moments, or if there was a genuine one, I would drop the ball, right? Like it turned into where I would just let the guitar player and the bass player go, because like they were fun, they were spontaneous, they would do their thing. But like that feeling, and now you include cameras. We did a little bit of filming, and it was really hard. It's really hard to connect. Like I don't know how else to describe that. And like them being like, you know, we can do this, we have to do a good job, we can do a good job, like all that stuff is just, it's cool to see. It's really cool to see.
아 진짜 재밌었어요.
Now they don't want it to end.
결정하는 법을 몰라. 이젠 꿈꾸는 법도 몰라.
정말 재밌습니다.
It's a sweet little room they built. Oh yeah. So they even have the kickoff too, man. Like, oh man, that's cool. Fire, man.
the youngsters without dreams.
God, that's high. I didn't think I was gonna be able to sing it. Honest to God, didn't think I was gonna be able to hit the note. Let alone like be comfortable with it like they are. They work hard, man. They work real hard. I'm imagining that running scene, like when he jumps off and runs across everyone's backs. The way that they film videos today, that would give me like vertigo. Yeah, for real. That's what I'm talking about. Like, ugh. Ugh. How much fun. How much fun. Which one did we just watch? I went ahead and confused myself. Oh, that's the filming. Okay. So now we got a dance version of this one, and this one I can have my voice on the ducker. The ducker. Here we go. Welcome everyone. Appreciate y'all hanging out. I appreciate it, Mackenzie. That was wild. Oh, you probably want to see the video, don't you? Let me back it up a little bit, because the way that he like kicked his way through the group here, that was wild.
알았어 엄마 지금 독서실 간다니까 And this was filmed at the same time as the other video. It's the same fits too. The other dance rehearsal that we saw. See, like, there's something about just 7 bodies moving like this and this, like, articulated in dance or whatever. Like, it's just so cool. It just falls into formation again. Yeah. They hit hard. Fire. Oh man, I didn't notice this before. This is a great angle for like to be able to see the whole thing.
Here we go. Fire, man. Yeah. And like I said, same day as the other one too. So like this isn't like fresh. This is during rehearsal, right? Athletes, bro. Athletes. Yeah, that like yeah, no, I really appreciate this. This is really cool. I appreciate the dedication to it, man. Like, really. I think it's inspiring, like, honest to God. Because like it takes someone like me, if well, let's go back to my band again. So if when I was in that band, someone came to me and said, yo, y'all gotta add like some choreo or some dance and stuff, I'd be like, no, that's not us. But like today, man, even just a little bit, it adds so much to the performance, you know? So this is choreography. Only 3 members. Official original dance line. Jungkook, Jimin, and J-Hope, aka 3J. Oh, okay. So now I'll know what 3J means. Okay. This is just a quick minute one. Okay. It's a cool little like dance laboratory they have here.
God. Oh God. Yeah. Bangtan boys in the building. Jimin. BTS. Lego. BTS.
Like to that point, Mackenzie, like I worked with an AC/DC tribute band and they had like synchronized steps. So before the chorus of like any AC/DC song, it's a chant along, right? So Brian Johnson or whatever is like walking around, Angus Young's running around playing guitar, and then it's like step, start singing. So you only get 2 beats before you start singing. You got to take your 2 steps if you're the rhythm guitar player and the drummer or the bass player. And then when it goes into the guitar solo, they take 2 steps towards the drummer, and that like it's the exact same all the time. I could get behind that, but like now, man, I'm like I want to get some moves down. I want to like shock some people. Like my whole entire perspective on that has changed, like due in part with BTS and a few others, but like it's cool, man. I want to be a part of it.
Bangtan boys in the building. Jimin. BTS. Lego. BTS. Can you see that? Dancing all night, we jump the bomb. CS.
Oh shit.
For that thing, but I could probably hire him and
smile too.
And to all the boys that was dancing, I pray to God that you see me. I'm on the yoga getting hella high. That's good to me. What? Tell them Bangtan is dancing on the floor.
Little remix here. Give me Theraplu. Heat, my friends. Yeah, that'd be cool to be like dancer, be like proficient in that stuff, man. Because it's only cheesy if you half-ass it. If your heart isn't in it, it's the only time it's cheesy, you know. And what do we got? We got a live one now. Oh shit, yeah. All right, my friends. 26 y'all in here. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Picked this little purple light for y'all today. Thought a nice little accent would be the gold. I didn't want to turn myself all purple. All right, here we go. I want to see this live.
Big cars, big rings. 너 사실은 I don't have any big rings. 난 참 편하게 살아. 돈 따위 않고도 아무도 말 안 하잖아. 전부 다 똑같이 나처럼 생각. 있어 까먹게 꿈마저 너리 시작 대하든 걱정 마 멀리라도 갈 거니까 알았어 엄마 지금 독서실 간다니까
Killer, man. He's got good face. He's killing the face.
알았어 엄마 지금 독서실 간다니까 네 모습이 뭐야 지금 네 거울 속에 누가 보여 I gotta say 너의 길을 가라고 단 하루를 살아도 뭐라도 하라고 나약하면 담아 야만 내 꿈은 뭐래 야만 내 꿈은 뭐래 야만 내 꿈은 뭐래
Sounds like he's saying the money. It's clever. It's like verse 1, 2, and 3, and they got handoffs. They got a pre-chorus, or they got a chorus and a hook. Chorus and a hook. So you can do the part I was saying sounded like they were saying money at the end, and then you get the na 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 na. This is getting into like hook territory now, right? Great songwriting. Great songwriting. Great structuring.
공무원 강력 고문 하냐고 배말 구원 투수 시간 낭비냐자예 도지구를 아니 똑같은 사회 반항에 꿈 특별 사면 자신에게 물어봐 네 꿈의 프로파일 허감만 받은 인생 네 삶의 추억이 되어봐 네 모습이 뭐야 지금 네 거울 속에 누가 보여 I gotta say 너의 길을 가라고 단 하루를 살아도 뭐라고 하라고 나약하면 담아줘 네 꿈은 뭐래
It's also kind of interesting to see, like, before they were probably carrying their whole entire rigs around. Like, I don't think he's got molded ears yet. I'm sorry, I'm kind of skipping names so we can keep the video moving here because I'm really bad with names. He's got tape over them too, which you do see often. So, like, I've got a pair of fairly nice in-ears. Like, they were more expensive than I need. They're not molded either. They're not, like, actually fit to my ears. They fit in my ears. They're not made for my ears though, right? So if I was performing still with them, I would probably tape them, because if I move a little funny, just like you just lose the low end, and then all of a sudden it's just like not as engaging a performance anymore. And sometimes I don't even notice it until like I put it back in my ear like correctly, and I'm like, oh shit, like I've been missing a lot now, right? So that's probably why he's got the tape on there, because I'm just doubting that it was a custom molded in ear at the time. And same thing with the microphones. They moved to way nicer microphones after this. These are either beta or SM87s. They're really nice. Like I have one over here. They're really nice vocal mics. They're really hot. You can like leave them more than this microphone at least, and they still sound good and crispy. It actually sounds like they have them like toned back a little bit, and it's probably because these guys enunciate and project like crazy in a good way. And these microphones are going to be really sensitive and pick that up. So it's kind of interesting to see like the progression of their available production too, right? This is hard. Do they hear their shoes? Let's go. Ha! Ha! After the spin. Come on, man. I couldn't hit that other note. Fire, man. They brought the heat on that one. Great performance, though. Like, the commitment, you can see it. And production is production. I think it's exciting. It's fun to see. It's not going to make the performance, of course. But it is. I think it's interesting to follow, man. Especially like the way that they had gotten treated and things. Like, I'm assuming that it wasn't always perfect for them when they were set up and performing. Like I said, like if your monitoring, man, is not great, that could be your whole show. That could legit be your whole show. Well, my friends, I believe I am going to have to take a little break. Let my ears chill out here. Anyone have any exciting plans for the rest of the day? Na 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 na. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wow, we got a ton of people here, y'all. I appreciate y'all showing up. We'll have to plan another one of these. Mackenzie, I appreciate you moderating and hanging out, taking care of us today, putting together a great, fantastic show for us. Someone will have to hook me up with a link as to where we're live streaming tomorrow. One of the videos on the list is them reacting to their debut performances. The comments that make now are so cool. They point out how they can tell how stressed they were. Oh, I bet. Which one's that one, Mackenzie? I just closed the thing, but which one's that one? Back to the dealership. MDC, welcome. Welcome, my friend. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone here. I hope all y'all, if it was your first time, that you enjoyed yourselves. Everyone rewatching. Amy, no problem. MHEC, yeah, you. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Check Attack on Bang 10 live performance. What's that? See, it's that 2 hour, it's that magic 2 hour thing. Now all my stuff's being slow. Now my stuff's being real slow. Making dinner for 8. That's a ton. Oh yeah, see, Mackenzie's got a plan. Mackenzie's got it all planned out. 1.4 million views. My goodness, y'all. My goodness, y'all. Okay. Yeah, my shit ain't even loading anymore. But I appreciate everybody. When I end this, we are going to get, I can't remember what it's called, redirected into my friend Jeremy's live stream. He's taking live requests right now. I'd appreciate it if anyone wants to hang out in the chat. I'll schedule another one of these. Feel free to join the Discord and catch up on all the upcoming events and all the new excitement. Just got off work and got here with, we'll have to rewatch. Hey, enjoy. I hope you enjoy. You have it planned until April 14th. Hey, I appreciate that. Martha, hey, I appreciate you. I'll have to add that manually. I'll have to add it. It's not going to update, but I appreciate that. That is so kind of you, Marth 137. I appreciate you so much. You're so kind. That will go towards flights. We are booking. I can't talk about too much because my parents got a little surprise going on, And then after that, we are finalizing all our decisions, all our stuff for the wedding. I'm excited to take y'all with me. We are going to get redirected into my friend Jeremy's live stream. He's a great reactor. He's taking live requests right now. He's a father. Great, great dude. If y'all want to hang out, that would be amazing. If not, I hope you all have a great day until the next one. I've got a couple more Jungkook reactions coming out for y'all. And obviously, Mackenzie's got me in good hands here for this stuff. So I appreciate y'all hanging out, man. It's been really cool. Martha, I really apologize. I really appreciate the love and support. It really, truly means a lot. I'll make sure I add it on the widget thing there. And where am I meeting you for the pictures? Hey, that might be a part of this little number here. Can't tell y'all everything. Now I've talked too much. I love y'all so much.